Hi and welcome to this video on yogic breath. So we're gonna do it from a laying down position to help us better relax and become aware of our breathing. But you can also do it in any other comfortable seated position and even standing. Now if you're pregnant like me and you want to avoid to lay flat on your back, you can grab 2 blocks and a bolster or 2 pillows and make this inclined position so your head is elevated above your heart. And then you just walk your way onto the mat. You're gonna carefully sit down, placing the base of the spine in front of the bolster. And then gently start to lower your back down, making sure your head and heart are nicely elevated. Being comfortable here. And then from there we want to lift the buttocks up, scooping in our tailbone and gently lowering it back down so we have a bit more space into our lower back. And then you can keep your feet flat on the mat if that's comfortable, or just like me, you can stretch out your legs and placing a bolster behind your kneecaps again to relax your lower back. Making sure we are comfortable here as we start to guide our awareness onto the body and just noticing how our body is feeling at this moment. If at any moment you start to feel uncomfortable by laying on the back, know that you can simply roll on to the left side and continue like this. From there, sliding the awareness throughout the body, starting with our feet, feeling the release through the legs, into the buttocks, into the hips, letting them melt down into the earth. Feeling the release along the spine, feeling supported by the bolster, letting your shoulders melt open, feeling the release through the arms into the fingertips as you relax the back of your neck, working our way up all the way to the crown of the head. From there, passing the front of the body as we release our facial muscles, throat area, chest and belly. Now we are fully settled into our bodies. Let's move our awareness onto our breath. And just start to observe the breath flowing in and out through the nose. We'll take a deep breath all the way down into the belly and a long exhale out. Now let's follow the pathway of air as it enters into our nostrils, into the breathing pipe, inflating our lungs, pushing our diaphragm, our breathing muscle, down and belly out with the inhale and back with each exhale. This is called our abdominal breath. And to better connect with this breath, we can place our both hands onto our belly and just feeling the belly rise with the inhale and back with each exhale. This is our most natural, healthy and relaxing way of breathing, and also the way our baby will breathe once it's born. However, due to bad posture, stress and other restriction, we often forget about this breath and we use a more shallower breath. And this brings us to another part of breathing, which is our thoracic breath. For this, we can move our hand to each side of our ribcage and feel how the ribcage is expanding sideways with each inhalation and closing back with each exhalation. This breath is very common during physical activity or when we are tired and stressed, and also during the later stages of pregnancy when our baby is taking more and more space and our uterus restricts that downward movement of the diaphragm. So we can breathe less into the belly and we tend to rely more on this thoracic breath. Finally, let's bring one hand on our chest, just below our collarbone, where we can feel our chest slightly rise with the inhale and release with each exhale, as we are fully filling our lungs and sensing our clavicular breath. Now let's combine these 3 stages of breath into one fluid movement, so we come to what we call a full yogic breath. For this, you can keep one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And then with the next deep inhale, let's breathe all the way down into the belly, feeling the belly rise. Then bring the breath into the ribcage as it expands sideways and finally all the way up into the chest. And now with the next exhale, relax the chest, the rib cage, and the belly. And let's continue with a few rounds of this breath. Each inhale, breathing from our belly to our rib cage to our chest, and each exhale back down from chest to rib cage to belly. And this is an excellent exercise for those moments when we feel stressed and tired, because we are engaging the full capacity of the lungs, which gives us an extra dose of oxygen that is both soothing and energizing. And this makes it an excellent breathing exercise for those moments when you feel really tired and drained and you need to recharge your body and your mind. And also when you feel anxiety, maybe get a panic attack, very stressed, you have lots of worries, lots of tensions, and maybe you feel angry. And at those moments, your breath starts to become more shallow. So by just closing your eyes and directing your awareness onto your breath, you're already going to start breathing deeper. And then to get that maximum calming and soothing effect, you come to this deep yogic breath, which you can practice anywhere, anytime. Maybe it's nice to do it before you meditate or before your yoga class. If your mind is really distracted, you can even count your breath and then maybe do it for 10, 20 rounds or the time you need to feel calmer. Now, for now, let's do a few more rounds of this full yogic breath. And visualize with each inhalation that calm, soothing energy entering to your body. And with each exhalation, you're releasing your fatigue, your anxiety, any worries, any stress you are holding on to. And then you continue a few more rounds on your own. Whenever you're ready, you come back to your natural breath. You can stretch out your body, and then rolling onto one side, you can lay there for a few moments. And then whenever you're ready, you carefully come back to seated, pushing up through your arms. And then you can continue with your yoga session, or you can go back with your daily task, whatever you like. Now I'm going to leave you here. If you want to know more about me and my different projects, you can read the information below. And then finally, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope by now you have a bit more energy, you feel a bit more calmer. Namaste.